That's it. So I thought I'd give you a quick history about me because there's quite a few new members here. So a bit of history of me. So in 1986 to 90, I studied clothing technology at London College of Fashion, and I then worked for Jaeger Tailoring in Burgess Hill as a pattern technician and working on designers like Paul Costello, Jasper Conran, and one of my biggest clients at the point when I was a contract administrator was working on British Airways uniform. That was came out in 1994, and then, as I say, working on Jasper Conran, Jeff Banks, Paul Costello as designers. I then went on to have my daughter, and between us, me and my husband, we bought a retail nursery where we presently live. So there's some pictures of us sowing seeds, potting out plants, baskets, and supplying to commercial companies for display outside their offices. We then went on to be the sole supplier in the UK for a Netherlands company, supplying plants and baskets to council all over England, Scotland and Wales. And then in 2002, we've done one thing that a lot of people would dream of doing, and that is design and built our own home. So we chose bricks, mortar, tiles, everything for that house. And it was an experience, one I don't know if I want to repeat, but it was quite good at the time. I then went on to, in 2007, after having 2 children, gained a load of weight, I'm in the process of losing again, and I lost 7 stone with Cambridge Weight Plan, and I became one of their top consultants in the country. In 2014, after shutting the nursery due to ill health, I opened up the first ever Cambridge Weight Plan shop in West Sussex and East Sussex on the same day, followed a year later by another one in Eastbourne. I then became, say, one of the top sales consultants in 2015 and 16, winning quite a few awards with them. So my love was more for sorting out the paperwork, and I would often help other friends who had businesses to streamline their accounts. So I decided to get a recognised qualification for bookkeeping. Most business owners hate bookkeeping and paperwork. Unfortunately, it has to be done, and in a certain way, otherwise you could have HMRC on your back. When it's done correctly, it can provide critical financial information, key performance indicators, and aid decision making. Everybody hates bookkeeping. They'd much rather be out there making money for their businesses, and most small owners do their paperwork in the evenings and weekends when they should be spending time with their family and friends. Bookkeeping begins the accounting cycle. This is a process for recording and processing all financial transactions of a company from when the transaction occurs to its representation on a financial statement to closing the accounts. Financial transactions start the process. If there was no transactions, there would be nothing to keep track of. Transactions can include a debt payoff, any purchases, acquisitions of assets, sales revenue, or any expenses incurred. The next step would be entering these in the company's journals and then debiting and crediting one or more accounts. Bookkeeping is a systematic way of recording transactions of a business. Keep records or other acceptable records, keep receipts or other acceptable records of every payment to and every expenditure from the business. This will summarise the income and expenditure records on some periodic basis, either daily, weekly, monthly, using the summaries to create financial reports which will tell you specific information about your business. That could be your monthly profits from the business or how much the business is worth at any time. So receipts, where are they? In your car, crumbled in a briefcase, in a shoebox? Well, that is a thing of the past now. We've got HubDoc, Receipt Bank and Auto Entry, where you automatically set up documents from over 700 vendors who forward in your own emails or taking photos of paper receipts you can upload through the app. I check the information that is correct and code to the correct chart of accounts, and then it syncs with your accounting package. All of this is backed up in the cloud, so no more chasing financial documents, no more data entry, no more paper. One other thing is we reconcile your accounts, so it needs to be done on a regular basis to ensure that all expenditure and income are accounted for against your bank account. There's no missing or duplication of transactions. If you get to the year end and it doesn't reconcile, your accounts will be wrong. You could end up paying too much tax as you have missed allowable expenses. You could even risk fines from HMRC. I would also reconcile your Amazon, your PayPal accounts, everything, making sure it all matches up correctly. So a brief summary is, without accurate records, it will be hard for you to know the financial impacts of a decision you make. You might want to borrow money, and the lender usually wants to see some financial statements, balance sheet, cash flow. If you're looking at taking a partner on to grow your business, again, they will want this. And all this information is based on your day-to-day record keeping, making it easier for your accountant to give you the information you need. By employing me and getting me to help you, what it means to the client is it'll make your VAT returns easier and quicker. And with good records, preparing an accurate tax return will be easier and on time for you, or you to give to your accountant for them to do. And there'll be no more chasing from HMRC late fees. The benefit for the client would be, I can give the business owner the freedom to do what they love, run their business, or spend more time with their family and friends. And as one of our ex-members took a week off work to sort out his tax returns, you don't have to do that anymore. So I think I've gone through that quite quickly. That's Claudia from CPL Bookkeeping. Thank you.
Lovely, thank you, Claudia. Really interesting. Anybody got any questions they'd like to ask Claudia? If there is, can you unmute?
I've got a quick question, Karen, if that's okay. Claudia, in terms of new business, what kind of how much time commitment would they need you in? I know it depends on the size of the business, but to start getting their affairs in order.
How much time
of your time weekly would they need you?
Every business is different. Some businesses it's an hour or two a week. Other businesses it's 6 or 7. So it really varies. Some businesses is a day a month. So it really varies on what their business. Obviously, when you take it over, it takes a lot more time getting it all sorted out. But after that, using streamlining things, we can, a couple of 3 hours, generally get it done. Hopefully, most of my clients.
Cool. Thank you.
Can I ask, do you still have the nursery?
Yes, I do. And I still live in that house. I've got the one of the guys from BNI Chichester coming today to do some gutter cleaning and all of that for me, because I live out the way of Silverstar, so I'm too far for them to come over. So I've got BNI Chichester coming to do some bits on the house. But yeah, still got it. It's redundant, but it's here.
Anybody else? No? Okay, lovely. Okay, over to Mike to hand over, please.
Right, over to you for sharing again, if you.
Okay. All technical stuff into this. Okay. So, let's go through. There we are. Lovely. So, back over to Sarah, I believe now. Thank you, Sarah, for the new members and treasurers report. Sarah, you're on mute.
Yeah, sorry.
It's early.
So this week we do have a new member. Welcome to Tracy. Great to have you on